Hey there, everybody. I'm Professor John Hall, and I'm going to be moderating this course for you. This is DM102, The History of Global Cinema. This video is just a quick hitter to give you a little bit of information before you dive into all the content and all the nuts and bolts of how this class is going to run, all right? So welcome. Thank you again for taking this class. I'm excited. I love doing this course. It gives us a chance to explore all kinds of cinema from all over the world that we wouldn't normally see unless we're taking a class like this, all right? The big heavy-hitting piece of information that you'll see right here is that this is a 4-week course that covers 16 weeks of content. So I'm sure, or hopefully you already knew that, but I just want to reiterate, this is a fast-moving course. You have to keep up, and you have to dedicate time daily each week for the next 4 weeks, a significant amount of time to make sure that you can get through this class. You probably got to do 2 hours a day, 2.5 hours a day, 6 days a week to make sure you can cover everything for this class, all right? It's an asynchronous course on Canvas, which means we'll never have any face-to-face time via Zoom or anything like that. You kind of work through it at your own pace. We'll talk more about how often you can see the material and how fast you have to do it as we move forward. The deadlines in this class are super firm. It moves too fast for me to give extensions and give extra credit and keep opening modules. So you got to keep up. These deadlines are definitely firm. There's a place called the Student Lounge, and this is a place, it's a discussion board, and it's meant for asynchronous type courses and hybrid courses, where this is where you can interact with your classmates, right? So this is a discussion board that you can find. It's linked on the homepage, and it's there for you to go there and kind of reach out to other classmates. This is something that you should be monitoring on a daily basis. I look through it as well. Some people, you can ask a question here, and if somebody else in your class can maybe help you with that question, it's a great way to interact with each other. Also, you might be able to set up like kind of study sessions or movie watching sessions or whatever you might want to do to kind of just make this a more well-rounded class where you guys interact with each other a little bit more than kind of on your own, okay? You want to watch this video all the way to the end, and then you want to dive right into course information. This is the first video or the first page on course information. And then if you just keep hitting the next button to kind of advance, you would work your way through course information, which is a lot of information, but it's super necessary for you to know all this as you're getting ready to take this class. The other thing that is very important, the Getting to Know You discussion board. And this is actually due on the first day of the class, January 5th by 11:59 p.m. This is the assignment that helps me know that you are taking the class, that you've logged in, and that you are engaged with the material. So that way I know that I don't have to drop you as a no-show. Okay, so you got to make sure you get this assignment done on the first day of class. Otherwise, you're going to probably end up getting dropped and needing to get back in. Each week, I'm going to open 4 modules, all right? So you have from Sunday, 11:59 p.m., so Monday morning, very early, till the next Sunday to get through 4 modules, okay? You should definitely, again, spend a couple hours. I suggest spending 2 hours a day, Monday through Saturday, and then being done with it and then taking the Sunday off. But it's up to you to kind of how you want to pace it. If you leave this all to the end, you will not finish modules and you'll end up doing poorly in the course. Okay. The modules open and close on Sunday at 11:59 p.m. So you got to make sure that you're like pretty firm on that deadline and you kind of know when it is. Each module is going to have a quiz and a discussion board. All right. So in module 8 and in module 16, the quiz becomes more of an exam and the discussion board becomes more of a paper. So those are the only 2 weeks where we kind of vary from the pretty normal kind of run through each module. All the discussion boards, you want to make sure that you're writing a 5-sentence minimum paragraph for each prompt. Each discussion board will have 2 prompts, so that's about 10 sentences that you have to write for your post, and then you need to reply to 2 classmates. In those class responses, I want you to write at least 5 sentences. So it's a grand total of every week, roughly about 20 different sentences that you have to write. And you want to make sure that you take your time with this. I don't want to just see, hey, yeah, great job, I really agree with your thoughts or something simple like that. We want you to back it up and support it by things that you've learned from the film yourself. Using AI. You can definitely use AI. Read the syllabus. It is in the syllabus that you can use it, but it's not there to copy the prompt, stick it into Chat GPT or whatever you use, and say, write me something that answers this prompt. If we find out that you are just copying and pasting and AI is writing all your material, that's grounds for being dropped in academic discipline, all right? So definitely look at the AI guidelines in the syllabus. Again, the class moves really fast. Reminder, there's no extensions. There's going to be a lot more information as you make your way through course information module, so please do that. Welcome aboard. But again, please make your way through course information, find that getting to know you discussion board, and please read the AI guidelines, because that's going to be super important, and it could be kind of a hiccup that you run into if you try to just copy and paste prompts and put it into the discussion board, because that won't fly here. All right. So again, welcome aboard. Happy to have you. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can email me, or there's an app called Pronto that you can reach out to me. All that information is in course information. So again, thank you, and looking forward to working with you guys over the next 4 weeks.